Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening today. This is going to be the mid-December 2021 reading for the zodiac sign of Aries. Totally fine if you find this video a few days before the middle of the month, a few days after the middle of the month. You're going to find it when you need it, so no big deal. I'm going to do my usual spread for you, and as always, my messages are very intuitive, so I'll do my best to give you any messages you need in this one reading. However, if this video doesn't resonate, I do recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to pull an affirmation card that also serves as a summary. The card is I will heal. Healing is always wonderful. Aries, you might need to be doing some healing, or maybe you've already done some healing. Again, this is what's wrapping up in this first column, what's wrapping up in the last few weeks or potentially month. So a reflection of what's happened, energies that are coming to a close, or just validation of some events. All good things either way. We have both the Emperor and Empress. Have to love that. I would say that just given that some of you are probably feeling on a really high note. But with the Empress card, this is a card of creation. I actually titled your December video creation, how fitting. This could also be a sign of pregnancy or fertility. So some of you may have found out that you are pregnant or expecting. This could also be grandbabies. This is also a card of abundance. So I feel like a lot of you probably have had a very creative and abundant last few weeks. There's the Ten of Cups. Those of you that know, I say this all the time, the Ten of Cups is my favorite card in the entire deck. I love it so much. The Ten of Cups is a card of family. It's a card of contentment. It's a card of total love and support. If you look, there's a happy couple, kids are playing, there's a house in the background, the grass is green, there's running water, there's a rainbow, and all the cups are full. It's seriously like the card of everything. Hence why I love it so much. Love when it's in the reading. This is solidifying for some of you very much so that there could have been a pregnancy. But also moving on, the Emperor, another card of pregnancy and fertility. But this is also a card of respect, leadership, and strategic planning. So I feel like whatever you're creating, whatever this abundance is, possibly family, it's very long term. So good energies there, Aries. But let's pull some additional cards. Let's do a little bit of clarifying and see what we come up with. So the first card that we have, first clarifying card, is the Justice card. This is a card of cause and effect, or kind of like win-win, or it could have been truth coming out. It's like maybe you've been waiting for an answer, you've been waiting for something to be resolved, and now it's finally resolved, or the answer has come out. Typically this like balances you out, which is really nice, hence the balance beam on there. It's on top of the Empress card, which is creation. So I feel like some of you have been enabled to be creative, or you've been enabled to unlock or create this abundance. So I'm not sure what that shift is, but it was very much so a win-win situation, and it was favorable for you. It's kind of set you free to do some of these things. Then we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card of waiting for results or potentially having to make a choice. It's also a card of travel, so some of you may have traveled recently. I'm just going to throw that out there. But with the Two of Wands, I feel like potentially some of you could have been waiting for this creative energy, or waiting for this abundance, or waiting for this baby in the case of fertility. I do feel like there's been some waiting. You might have also like made a choice to move to this Ten of Cups, to this full contentment, this total love and support. At the bottom, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Conveniently, you have both of my favorite cards in one row, Aries. How lucky are you? Wheel of Fortune is my other favorite card in the deck. It's a card of good fortune. It's a card of turning point. It's a card of money and good luck. Really want to focus in on the turning point piece of this. Whatever this is like a shift of energy. There has been some major turning point for you, which is really good. And now we're looking long term. We're looking strategic with this Emperor card. So you've like made a shift to your life's purpose, if that makes sense. So now let's take a look at what's going to happen in the remainder of December. We have the card, I am connected. Make sure you're staying connected to your inner self, staying connected to your friends and family. But let's see what's coming for you in the next few weeks, Aries. All right, first things first, we could go with the Hermit card. The Hermit card is about going within for clarity. It's very much so on a personal quest. It's kind of funny because I just said you like found your life's purpose. You're serving your life's purpose. You can't do that unless you are looking in and following this inner light. So this energy I'm feeling is quite exceptional, Aries. Really, really interesting. Let's clarify that. But I feel like that message was pretty clear. Then we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is kind of the knight in shining armor. It's like Prince or Princess Charming. It's very romantic. It's very proposal-like. This is like a lusty, sexy time in your life, Aries. And it isn't even actually sexual. It's just like things look so good. So this is really interesting. Some of you could also be getting proposed to, though, or be getting into a new relationship. Definitely comes with that card. Then we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is very self-sufficient and very honest. What I'm getting is that you're becoming more self-sufficient because you are like living your personal journey. You're looking within, and it's making you quite self-sufficient. Let's pull some cards and clarify, though, what we have going on. The first card that we have is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card of, I don't know, low feelings. It could be a card of loss or regret or grief. What I'm getting is that a lot of you have been feeling lost, but we're moving out of that stage now that you're able to look within for answers and you know that you're serving your life's purpose. I'm going to leave that at that because none of the other typical meanings for this card are resonating. So let's move on. We have the Magician card here. The Magician card is a really wonderful card. If you look, there's a cup, there's a sword, there's a wand, there's a pentacle. It's kind of the card of everything. So with the Magician card, it's being able to focus. There's a lot of creativity and it's turning visions into reality. So you're really able to, whatever you think you get. And that's on top of that Knight of Cups, which is again, like things look so sexy. That's a weird thing to say. That's the only message like that's coming through. It's the only way that I can put that into words for you. But it's because whatever you want, you're like able to create right now. So you are like so on the right path now. It's crazy, Aries. Congratulations. You're steps ahead of many of us. Then we have the Four of Swords here at the bottom. This is a card of rest, retreat, renewal. I think a lot of you are feeling really renewed now that you have seen the light and you know what path you're on. I like to see this card at the end of the year, especially because we should all be resting and renewing our energy for the new year. It's on top of that Queen of Swords card, which is self-sufficient, very, very honest card. So make sure that you can continue this self-sufficiency, this energy of being on the right path. Make sure you're resting going into the end of the year. But a lot of you are feeling renewed. This Four of Swords is coming through mostly as the message of renewal. Let's move on to our next column. In our next column, we're going to talk about career, money, finances, businesses you own, investments, really anything that touches money. We have some repeat messages here with the Five of Cups and Four of Swords, Aries, but let's talk through these. We have the Highest Priestess. This is a card of intuition and trusting yourself. Totally makes sense with what we've been saying. It can also be a card of secret or mystery. What I'm getting is that, like, you could still be figuring out the money side of things, But we're going to clarify. As you move through these next few weeks, though, Aries, you need to trust your gut on business things. Like, let's say you have a project, you need to trust your gut if you're going to give feedback or not. If you're working on a new business idea, you need to be very in tune with your intuition and trusting your gut on that. So just really be clear and look for clarity on things. We have the Five of Cups next. This is a card of loss, regret, grief. It's like not feeling it. I'm getting the feeling that some of you are feeling a little off, kind of going into the end of the year when it comes to the finance side. These cups are knocked over, and this person is like grieving that the cups have been knocked over. This sounds weird, but some of you could be grieving like just spending the money at the end of the year. Obviously, holidays are here. So this typically is kind of an expensive time. So some of you are kind of feeling that. If that's the case, I would say don't overdo it. Don't overspend going into December. I'm not feeling like you're going to lose your job or anything like that or have major money issues. It's just not really like the best feeling, but let's clarify. And it makes sense because now we have the Four of Swords here at the bottom, which is like just being tired. So I'm feeling like some of you are kind of burnt out on work going into the end of the year. You kind of need some renewal and recovery. Again, I like to read this though at the end of the year because you should be resting, you should be recovering, you should be retreating, you should be doing all those things, preparing yourself for 2022. Okay. So also for those of you that read my videos, I love when this happens. When we have two of the same cards, it's the world saying, I meant what I said. So let's revisit the Highest Priestess. This is again a card of intuition and trusting yourself, trusting your gut. So as things come up, you need to follow your gut feeling, Aries. I can't say it any more clear. The universe can't say it any more clear. You need to listen to your gut. Okay, then we have the World card. Actually, I'm happy to see this card here because this cycle is not happy. You're not feeling the best, Aries, when it comes to money, career, finances. So I'm glad to see the World card here. Why? Well, the World card is a circle and it's about coming full circle. It means you're completing something. You're completing a goal. You're completing a lesson. You're completing a cycle in life. So I think you're going to be ending this really low energy and getting to move forward. So rest assured that this low period of time, this not so happy, tired feeling is ending. Then we have the Three of Swords. This was just kind of confirming that you're really not feeling it, and that's okay. The Three of Swords is kind of that sad, low feelings. I feel like some of you are just going to kind of drag through the end of the year in the career and finance perspective. Again, I don't see any major financial issues, but for whatever reason, Aries, you're just not feeling it, and that's okay because the World card is there. That cycle is going to be completed and you get to move on. And the real important message in this column is about trusting your gut. But let's move on to the next column. This is about love, relationships, friends, family, really anything in the love vein. Okay, I have all face cards here, but kicking off with the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is very active and it's a sense of new, it's very creative. I think for some of you looking for a new relationship, I think it could be coming. But this is just a creative time. It's a very active time in your relationship too. So I don't know if you're single, I feel like you're going out with friends and family. If you are in a committed relationship, like you're traveling and you're doing lots of things, you're decorating your tree and decorating your house, it just feels really active. There's a lot of movement going on. You're doing a lot in this love column. Then we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is very patient. This is typically a card of new also. Usually it's new job, new raise, money news, something of that sort. In that case, I think there could be new money coming in. Maybe you're going to start like splitting finances with your partner. But it could also indicate a new relationship. It's not necessarily money related. We'll clarify there. Then we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very free-spirited, very confident, and very self-assuring. I would say that whether you are single in a relationship, you're in a really confident point in time, which is good. A lot of you are confident in your relationship too, which is nice. You don't always see that. But let's clarify more face cards. That's all the message is face cards. Just kidding. Let's see. So we have the Five of Swords. This is a card of typically not a very good relationship. It could be kind of a bully, could be a violent or abusive relationship. I'm getting that some of you will be ending a relationship and moving into a new relationship because, again, that Page of Wands is new energy. But just be active in this. Kind of embrace the newness that comes from it. You get to move on to something new from something not very good is what I'm getting there. Then we have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, we're going to have all the pages in this column here. The Page of Cups is very studious, and again, solidifying that new love. This is actually the new love card. Some of you could also be doing charity work is coming through with that message, or like volunteer type work. But new love for some of you, going away from a bad relationship into a new healthy relationship. Then we have the King of Cups. This is a very supportive, tolerant, empathetic card. I would say this is a good card for a relationship, whether this is you or this is your partner or your newfound partner. These are all wonderful traits to have in this column. It's on top of the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands also has very good traits with that confidence and self-assurance. So whether this is a new relationship or an existing relationship, the messages coming through is well-rounded. Now let's take a look at a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card, I Will Fight. Fighting sounds extreme. It doesn't always, but it means like continuing to fight for the things you want, continuing to fight for those that you love. It's more of like pursuing, continuing to push forward. Okay, the first card that we have is the Chariot card. Somebody once described this to me as the Vroom Vroom card. It means that things are like moving. They're going forward. This is a card of action, a card of change, being on your journey. It totally makes sense because we were talking about how you were on your path now, Aries. But with the Chariot, this could also be a new vehicle for some of you. So some of you could be getting actually a new vehicle at the end of the year. With the Chariot card, you see like the castle and the whole city behind them, and they're going away from it. So sometimes on this journey, you don't always know where you're going. You just have to trust that you're going to the right place. And the nice thing about the Chariot card is that it does take you to the right place. We have the Five of Pentacles. This is a card sometimes of worry or financial struggles. The message that I'm getting, and I already told you this one, Aries, a little bit earlier, is don't overspend going into the end of the year. You're not going to have any major issues, but just don't overdo it. Make sure you're taking care of your health too. This can be a card of like getting sick as well. So make sure that, and it is cold season, so obviously make sure you're taking care of yourself in cold season. We'll clarify that, of course, but that seems to be the message. Then we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card of exhaustion. This person is carrying all these bundles. They're clearly overwhelmed and they're like crying into them. So do not overdo it. Don't take on too many burdens at the end of the year, Aries. This is also a card when I see this. You need to meditate, you need to ground, you need to find a way to balance your energy better, typically when I see that Ten of Wands. But the message is don't overspend, don't overdo. But let's clarify here. I'm really liking this top message. This is a couple different messages actually, but let's talk about the Chariot message. Now we have the Fool card. So remember I said we were on a journey, we're going somewhere new. Well, the Fool is also about being on a journey and going somewhere new. This is a fresh hope. This is about taking chances, going on a new path, having new beginnings. So things are definitely moving and shaking for you, Aries, whatever this is. And then these are connected more so let's talk through this. With the Seven of Wands, this is a card of self-defense and protecting yourself. Who better to protect yourself than you, Aries? Whether it's taking care of yourself on the cold front, remember I just said, make sure you're taking care of your body. but also don't overspend. You know, who's in control of not overspending? You. So defend yourself. Take care of your body. Take care of your finances. Then we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a card of healing and support, and kind of nurturing yourself. Makes full sense because I just told you needed to rest, you needed to meditate, you needed to ground. So make sure you're taking this time to take care of yourself. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't overcommit, Aries. Overall, I think this looks really good. I'm excited to see this year come to an end for you and excited to see what happens in 2022. But at this time, I do give you 3 yes or no questions, or 3 yes or no answers. You get to ask the questions. We're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck, and I'm going to give you a short and sweet yes or no. If you don't have questions, you can pause the video really quick. But let's go ahead and hop in. Question number 1 is the Jack of Hearts. This is the number 22 card. I'm going to say that's a no for you, Aries. The next question, question number 2, we have the Ace of Clubs. This is the number 31 card. This is going to be a no. And then last but not least, question number 3, we have the 10 of Diamonds. This is the number 8 card. This is going to be a no also. So 3 no's to your questions this month, Aries. During the December 2021 general reading, I did pull a card from this Healing Stones deck. It's a crystal that you can carry with you throughout the month. Keep it in your pocket, put it on your nightstand. Just keep it on your person. The stone that you have this month is diamond, which is wonderful because a lot of people could just wear a piece of jewelry. But this is spiritual freedom. This is light. This is thinking big, especially interesting considering you're on your path. This is farsightedness. I don't typically pull one of these cards, but I'm going to. I'm going to pull a card from this Let Go deck. We are rounding the end of the year here, and guess what? We need to let go of 2021 and look forward to 2022. Your let go message is explore life and create your own experiences. Let go of being normal. And then last but not least, we always need more healing, so I'm going to give you a healing note from the Healing Notes deck here. Your message is love creates miracles, heals all wounds, and purifies all energies. Thank you so much, Aries, for taking the time to watch and listen today. Please do like, comment, subscribe. I would love to know how this video resonates with you. Also, if you feel inclined to do so, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Aries. I'm looking forward to seeing how you end this year and looking forward to 2022.